Tonight I joined a session Jeff Williams invited me to. It's actually was a practice session, a practice race for an upcoming event in the 2026 Summer Tour series in PCA Sim Racing. And the race is going to be at Spa, and it's got a set of cars that you can drive, all Porsches, of course. There's the GT3, ever popular GT3 R by Porsche, 911. There is the 911 Cup car that is available to drive. And then one of my favorite cars, a historic car, legacy car, is the Porsche 911 RSR. And so tonight I joined the practice session, practice race. It was 30 minutes of practice, solo qualifying, and then an hour-long race. And to set this up, I am running a Go Setup, full endurance esport setup. And I chose to practice and qualify with the full fuel, full enduro fuel. I did that for a couple of different reasons. One is that I didn't really want to start the race too far up the road. And the other was just to kind of get a handle on a setup that I had not driven, because I didn't do much practice for this race. And the RSR, as you know, if you've driven it, is a little bit of a handful. No ABS, and it likes to get away from you occasionally, especially at a track as fast as Spa. So a couple of things about the race itself. I was recording like I normally do, my in-car cam and doing all that sort of stuff, and I got to almost the end of lap 12, and I ran out of disk space on the recording PC. Don't know how I let that happen, but somehow I managed to. And so the recording just cut out. So what I've done is taken that footage, and then I've spliced in the replay from outside of the car. So you can kind of get a sense of the rest of the race from outside the cars if you're watching it. There's no commentary. I didn't go back through and comment on it, but it's fun. If you watch all the way to the end, there's some fun stuff that happens at the end of the race. Hope you enjoy.
It's 72 Fahrenheit. The air temp is 68. We didn't record pit timings. Our fuel estimates won't be reliable.
Yeah, most people are looking for ways to get away from my voice these days, so I'm happy to hear it.
Hey, y'all, remember PCA rules apply.
Hit everybody at least once, right? It's been a while.
You got to be fair in your wrecking.
When you pit, did the change showers or does it change showers while you fuel?
No, it's sequential.
Well, doesn't it depend on the car?
Yeah, you're in the GT3 or the RSR. You can do both at the same time.
Yeah, there's a new setting in the iRacing.
Go, nail it.
Oh, is it set to IMSA rules?
No, global rules.
Left side. Still there.
There's an incident in La Source. Looks like it's curly.
Clear left.
Alright, Chip. The next car is Hopkins, B license, and their rating
Walter,
is
I was not going to go too wide through Eau Rouge with you on cold tires.
Starts all right.
Right side.
Oh, okay.
Still there. Clear right.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Car right. Clear right.
The guy ahead is green, and their rating is 2.7.
your right. Clear right.
Alright, Chip, don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex. P8.
Randy, your car is blinking pretty badly.
Say again?
You just cut the track.
Walker, am I blinking?
Give back the time
Yeah, you're
gained.
blinking pretty badly.
I was afraid of that. All right. If it doesn't stop at another couple turns, I'll just knock out.
There's an incident in Bruxelles. It looks like Hopkins. The gap to McDonald behind is increasing. It's now 0.6.
Yeah, the blinking just threw me off.
Hey, Devin, Randy here. Is my car blinking still?
Incident in bus stop. We think it might be Rex. The leader has just done a 2:14.29. P7. Okay, Chip, the next car is Rex, and their rating is 1.6.
That was really close, Brad. My bad.
The next car is green, and their rating is 2.7. Stick to the plan, don't be intimidated here. They're faster than us into La Source. Incident in Befania. Looks like it's Hopkins. The gap ahead is now 0.6.
You are blinking bad, buddy.
All right. I'm gonna pit. I'm out of here, guys.
New fastest lap for Seidel, 2:13.38. Okay, Chip, the fuel window opens on lap 11 and it will close on lap 16. We didn't record pit timings. The fuel estimates are not going to be great.
By the way, this is a prelude for the PCA Sim Racing Summer Tour. Driving the Porsche RSR at Spa. Haven't driven this car in a little while. Hi Dale, I'm Chip. We should get together and talk sometime. Maybe,
Aren't you a couple of chipmunks?
yeah, maybe do it. It's
Slippery surface flag.
No, they're male dancers.
Track limits, watch those lines.
Whoever that was, did you mean to ram me, or was that an accident?
Okay, Chip, the next car is McDonald, B license, and their rating is 1.4.
This whole push-to-talk thing sucks, Jeff.
Hansen, car number 930 is now in the lead. The leader's just done a 213.62.
Trying to do my push-to-talk and be funny and wound up going off track. That is an unfortunate thing.
P8.
Gives me some clean air, though, with which to work for a little while.
The gap to Patterson behind is now 3.0.
What happened, Jeff?
Too many cars in the way.
The car in front of us is now green, and their rating is 2.7. That's a new fastest lap for Seidel, 213.28. Alright Chip, you're reeling green in. The gap's now 4.2 seconds.
Getting creative through the chicane. I'm not driving it very well. Part of it is I just do not trust these tires. iRacing and I have a complicated relationship around the tire model.
red yellow flag, debris on the track. The gap to Patterson behind is now 4.1 seconds. The gap in front is now 4.0.
So I guess the rule here is to talk less and drive more. The gap in front is now 3.2 seconds. There's an incident in bus stop. It looks like Curly. P8. The gap to green ahead is now 3.5 seconds. There's an incident in campus. We think it might be Mark. We've got debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag.
to 7th position. Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2 seconds. Okay, Chip, you've used half your fuel.
Yeah, I'm not racing every fairly good. Me too. Oh, does it have the points quick? Alright. I'm ready to do that.
The gap to green ahead is increasing. It's now 4.3. Slippery surface flag. Hanson, car number 930 is now leading. The gap to green ahead is now 4.0 seconds.
Thanks, Joe. I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn how to drive this thing.
I think I've used my tires just enough to make them a little problematic right now. Just don't trust the car.
gap to green ahead is increasing. It's now 4.4 seconds. Incident in Befania. Looks like it's Mark. Yellow flag, caution. They show the slippery surface flag. Okay, Chip, the next car is Mark, and their rating is 2.8. Seidel, car number 23, is leading the race. Fastest lap for Hansen, 2:13.00. The gap in front is now 0.8. Last lap was a 2:15.38. There's an incident in Lacoon. It looks like Hopkins. There's an incident in Campus. They show the slippery.
Thanks, Pablo.
Thanks, Anthony.
Hey, Dave, I'm pitting, so if you wait until the end, since you're 13th, I'm second, I'd appreciate it. I'm almost here.
Gotcha. And go to my left. I'm sorry, I'm trying to stop.
I feel sorry for you guys. That's
Watch your Rex.
All right.
Thanks, Nick. Go ahead, Sheldon. Yeah, I was trying to let him go, and then I was at 21 or whatever. Anyway, no big deal. Thanks. Thanks, Justin.
So at the end of the day, it was a pretty amazing race for me. I managed to stay out of trouble, only got 2 incident points the entire race, and that was that stupid self-inflicted spin off of track, out of control. Got the 2x for it because I was trying to talk and be funny while driving a somewhat precarious portion of the track. So serves me right, those 2x, but it's the only incident points that I got all race. I had a couple of close calls, a couple of wiggles here and there, but for the most part, the car behaved as I expected, all the way from full fuel to completely empty when I had to do the refuel. Put 11.2 gallons in the tank in the pit stop, and finished the race with plenty of fuel to spare. So was pretty decent. Chad Henderson won the race. He was incredibly fast. 2:12.968 was his fastest lap. Matt Siddall finished second, and Rex finished third. All fast guys. I managed to finish sixth. Didn't quite catch Mark, although he gave me a couple of chances in the race. He had some off tracks where I made up ground on him, but he was really, really fast when he was on track. So he stayed ahead of me. And of course, Casey is really, really fast, and he almost caught me at the very end. I got behind a bunch of slower traffic on that last lap and got through some of it, but at the very, very last, almost the chicane, the bus stop chicane, the car in front of me lost the rear end and went around. And I honestly, I thought, okay, that serves me right. That, coming into this late with no practice, I'm going to get my clock cleaned here on the next to last turn and end my race early. And I got lucky. He predictably stayed in a trajectory that didn't bounce back towards me, so was able to get through, although slowing down enough that Casey was right on my bumper as we crossed the start-finish line to conclude the race. So good on him for a good race. He was pursuing me rather doggedly there at the end, and was glad to have been able to stay ahead of him. Several other people were in the race that you might recognize. Volker Krebs, one of my teammates, he finished in ninth, and Jeff Williams was in this race, although he had a problem with his headset. Where did he finish? Yeah, down here, 15th in class, 31st overall. He has a problem with his VR headset just sort of shutting off, and he's got a new headset that he's ordered. I think he even may have it, but he's waiting for his prescription lenses in it so he can use it. That just can't come soon enough for him, poor guy. So he had a rough race there at the very end because of that. So anyway, that's a fun rejoining of the PCA Sim Racing. Haven't been with this group in quite a while, as I said, but it was nice to see these guys again, drive with them again, and to have a good race. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for joining. See you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß mache Rennsport.